Hey there, this is Matt with State of Flux here with a review for Stranger Things Season 2. Now, for the people that I've talked to, I've been hearing that Season 2 is the worst season of the show, and I think that is absolute bollocks. I like this season better than the first. It does fall to some of the pitfalls and trappings of nostalgia bait. Particularly with like those first couple episodes with the Ghostbusters of it all. But I think what you get in exchange is incredibly deep and enriched characters that is an expansion of Season 1, where you had a great foundation for these characters. This is fleshing them out as well as their character dynamics, and when you kind of adjust certain things in your peer group, how that changes and affects your friendships, especially when you've been dealt a blow of trauma, which several of these kids have. And the kids' performances across the board seem to be much better this season. I liked them in the first season. They're better here. And the new additional characters, Darcy Montgomery, Sadie Sink, Sean Astin, Paul Reiser, these are all for the betterment of the show. I was particularly enthused by Sean Astin. I'll take a Sean Astin any time I can get him. But Paul Reiser, who I haven't really seen much of after, Mad About You ended. And he comes in with a grounded, very Aliens-like kind of character to the point where I thought he was going to be a clear-cut villain. And he wasn't, which was a surprise. And that also was pretty cool. There's a lot of surprises going on in this season. And not 100% of it works. I think the relationship between Hopper and Eleven is a little forced and kind of unbelievable to a small extent, but I think largely everything works for the better. I think the show got better looking in Season 2. Certainly they had an inflated budget because of the success of Season 1, but it shows, and they did some really interesting camera work. The scene where Hopper goes into the Upside Down and the camera just slowly does like this spin is fantastic. The color grading of the season I thought looked really, really good. It's still atmospheric, has the vibes of the era. It also feels very Silent Hill-y. The first season I felt like that as well. Season 2 feels even more so Silent Hill-esque, and I appreciated that. I do think that there's one episode, and from my understanding, it's kind of universally pointed at as like one of, if not the worst episode of the show, which is the episode where Eleven goes to like Chicago to learn her Magneto power. And like it's cool, but it's a filler episode in a season that didn't really need it, and it didn't really do much. In fact, when they introduced the 8 in the first episode, I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. I'm a big fan of the show Firefly, and Serenity is my favorite movie. There was going to be a sequel to Serenity, and one of the ideas for that got repurposed into a comic book, which is River, who's this troubled girl and psychic who'd been worked on by the Alliance, discovers all the other kids that were just like her. And that was like a big dramatic thing. I thought we were doing that in Stranger Things, so it was all prepared for the other 10. And that, like the opening non sequitur really didn't go anywhere until episode 7 or whatever it was, 6, and it was kind of a nothing involvement. But that's my only real complaint of the entirety of the season. I think all the characters bettered this season. Mike wasn't as fun, but he was kind of navigating his own trauma. Will was a really interesting character. Dustin, man, that dude's fun. He is a fun character. I really like him. I really liked the dynamic between, is it Lucas and Sadie Sink's character, and her whole inclusion with it is really fun. 11 is great as per usual. Nancy's still my favorite character. I love her, and she stole the show in the last episode of the season, which I thought was a beautiful episode. Super cool, very aliensy, which I really dug. But her moment with Dustin on the dance floor is one of my favorite television moments. I choked up. I thought it was beautiful. It was a great grounded moment between my two favorite characters. That was spectacular. And I really liked Sadie Sink taking out the Red Power Ranger. That was fantastic. And swinging Joe Keery's bat was just beautiful. His character had a lot of fun stuff going on. Joe Keery's character that I liked and whatnot. It was good. This is my favorite season between the two that I've watched. Big fan. Looking forward to seeing where the story goes, but if this had been the end, it was great. There were so many great moments in those final few minutes of the show, like the last 15-minute cap-off of everything. Mike and 11 finally getting their dance. Beautiful. I was in tears throughout the whole ending. I loved it. This so the final episode this season is better than the final episode of the first season. All the way across, great. I did not love the killing of the cat. My wife has a no animal death clause in everything we watch, and I didn't check, so when that happened, I got the glare side eye from her of how could you do this to me? And so I that was rough. Also, as much as I love my boy Sean, we had to say goodbye, but it was unexpected, it was sad. I audibly screamed no at the TV, which I haven't done in a long time. That one hurt. Winona Ryder also, she's great. I kind of dinged her a little bit as overacting in the first season. She's fantastic in this season, absolutely fantastic. I think everybody gave better performances this season round than they did in the first season. I'm excited to continue on with season 3. Where are we going with season 3? I'm not sure. I thought they kind of wrapped up a lot of things nicely. She even closed the gate or whatever. So I imagine something opens the gate. I don't know, maybe an earthquake or some kind of earth fissure causes the gate to reopen, or something. Maybe I imagine the love triangle with Dustin, Sadie Sink, and is it Lucas? I feel so bad that I don't know the names of the characters quite yet. I maybe that has a little more interplay. I imagine that Nancy's going to have to make a definitive choice between her two love interests and has to tell the one that isn't going to be her partner, very much just, that, and then dealing with the consequences of joining with the other, because there's uncomfortableness kind of all across that board. I hope Will isn't comatose or abandoned for most of this season, because that keeps happening to the poor boy. So hopefully we get a little more Will action. And I don't know, the Red Power Ranger, is he gonna soften and become more likable, or is he gonna try to get revenge and become the Henry Bowers of the Stranger Things? It'd be interesting if they went the Henry Bowers approach. I feel like we need a big bad, and he's so awful that I feel like he could be it, but that just speaks to the quality of actor he is. All I had seen him in is a romantic movie that came out in 2020, the name of it which escapes me, but he was really good in it. And then I saw him in the Power Rangers movie, which I love, and I'll link right up here. to my review of it. But that dude is a good actor, and it's a testament to how good looking he is to be able to pull off that horrible haircut and still be outrageously attractive. Yeah, so we'll need that, and then, I don't know, more of those little Demogorgon dog things, demi-dogs escape. Let's go with that. Those are my predictions for Season 3. I'm looking forward to it. The only thing I know about Season 3 is, isn't that the season where they're working at, like, the food court or something, and they have to wear sailor suits? I just remember that being a thing in my, like, the friend circle at work, everybody talking about how either the characters were super attractive or super unattractive based on the sailor suits. So let me know what you think of that in the comment area down below. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff.